The boy had just turned 18. His eyes were full of questions. His heart was wild with dreams. But something weighed him down. A quiet kind of restlessness. A need to know what truly mattered. So, on a cool afternoon, he sat beside his 90-year-old grandfather. The old man's hands were rough, shaped by years of work and loss. His back was curved like a tired tree, yet his eyes still held a steady fire. The boy asked the question that had been living in his chest for months. "Grandpa, how do I use my time well?" The old man looked at him, not with quick answers, but with the kind of silence that speaks first. Then he said, "Let me tell you a story. When I was your age," he began, "I thought time was a river. I thought it would carry me forward no matter what I did. I thought it would never stop flowing. And so, I wasted it. I traded my mornings for sleep. I traded my evenings for noise. I chased things because others chased them. And I told myself I had time. That was my first mistake." The boy listened. He didn't blink. The old man continued. "One day, I was sitting with a friend. He was dying. Cancer had eaten through his bones. He was 33. He looked at me and said, 'I thought I had more time.' That moment never left me, because it was then I understood. Time doesn't promise anything, not even tomorrow." The boy shifted slightly. The words landed heavy. "Most people," the old man said, "live as if time owes them something. They walk through their days like the sun will always rise for them. But time is not a gift that keeps on giving. It's a loan, a silent one. You don't know the terms. You don't know when it will be called back." The boy asked, "So what do I do with my time?" The old man smiled a tired smile. "You guard it, like it's the last thing you have, because someday it will be." He paused, looked out the window. "Let me tell you something I wish someone told me when I was young. Every minute you waste pretending, you lose a piece of yourself. Every hour you give to people who don't care about you, you drain your spirit. Every day you spend running from your truth, you walk further from who you could have been." The boy felt something stir in his chest. A quiet ache, a recognition. "I spent too many years trying to become someone I wasn't," the old man said. "I worked a job I hated, smiled when I didn't want to, stayed quiet when I should have spoken, all because I was afraid. Afraid of failure, afraid of judgment, afraid of starting over." He took a deep breath. "And you know what? All the things I feared came true. I did fail. I was judged. I had to start over more than once, but I survived it. What I didn't survive was the time I lost being someone I wasn't meant to be." The boy asked, "How do I know who I'm meant to be?" "You won't," the old man said, "not all at once, but life leaves clues. Pay attention to what brings you peace, what makes your heart beat louder, what leaves you exhausted in the best way. That's where your time should go." He leaned in. "Do not waste time waiting to be ready. You'll never feel ready. Do not wait for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. Time rewards the ones who move, who stumble, who try anyway." The boy nodded slowly. The words were not soft, but they were true. The old man's voice turned quiet. "When your grandmother died, I sat at her bedside for 12 days. I counted every breath. I held her hand, and I told her all of the things I never said. And do you know what she told me just before she left?" The boy waited. She said, "I wish I had danced more, laughed more, worried less." She didn't wish for more money or more praise. She just wished she had lived more. And that's the thing. In the end, that's all time wants from us, that we live while we can. The boy looked down. The old man continued, "You'll have choices, lots of them. People will tell you to take the safe road, to build something stable. But I'm telling you, Stability without meaning is a slow kind of death. You'll wake up at 40 and wonder where your life went. He rubbed his hands together. Spend time with people who make you feel alive, not people who drain you. Love fully, even if it hurts. Forgive, not because they deserve it, but because you do. Let go of what you can't control. Most of what we worry about never even happens. The boy was quiet, processing, feeling every word. And here's another thing, the old man said. Do not chase happiness. It's like smoke. Instead, chase presence. Be where your feet are. If you're eating, eat. If you're working, work. If you're with someone, truly be with them. This is where time slows down. When you're fully inside the moment, he tapped the boy's chest. Time isn't in the clock. It's in here, in how deeply you feel your days. The boy asked, "What if I make mistakes?" "You will," the old man said. "Plenty of them. But that's how you learn. That's how you grow. Time forgives mistakes, but it doesn't forgive waste. Learn from every wrong turn. But keep walking. Always keep walking." He looked tired now, but peaceful. "I once thought success was about money. Later, I thought it was about status. But now, at 90, I see it clearly. Success is how much of your time you owned. How much of it you spent with your soul intact. How much you gave to what mattered." The boy leaned forward. "And what matters?" The old man looked at him with kind eyes. Kindness, integrity, loving without conditions, creating something that lasts, living in a way that when you're gone, someone says, "Because of them, I live better." That's what matters. He paused for a long time, then said, "There were days I watched the sun rise and never looked up. Days I rushed through without noticing the taste of food, the warmth of another's hand, the sound of birds. These are not small things. They are time's whispers. If you listen, they teach you how to live." The boy's eyes welled up. "Grandpa, I don't want to waste time." "Then don't," the old man said. "Start now, not tomorrow, not when you graduate, not when you have more money. Start now. Time doesn't care about your plans. It only listens to your actions." He closed his eyes for a moment. "When you get to be my age, you'll remember moments, not years. Faces, not followers. Feelings, not facts. So create moments. Be with people who make you feel. Laugh often. Cry when you need to. Don't be ashamed of being human. That's what makes time worth living." The boy held his grandfather's hand. It was thin now, fragile, but it had built a life. The old man whispered one last thing. "In the end, time is the great mirror. It shows you what you valued, so choose carefully. Fill it with truth, with love, with meaning. That's the only way to honor it." The boy said nothing. He didn't need to. His silence was full of understanding. And as they sat together, the sun dipped low in the sky. Not in a hurry, not in fear, just moving. Like time always does, steady, quiet, unstoppable. And in that stillness, the boy made a promise. To use his time well, while he still had it.